Morning. Don't know where you are, but where I am, it's early. The world's still stretching. The coffee's hot, and the signals are already coming in. Let's take a look before the day starts making demands. This is Signal Check with Adrian North. It's July 8th, 2026, and the signals this morning are layered, some of them 16 years in the making. The coffee's doing its work, and before the day picks up speed, let's see what's worth knowing. 16 years. That's how long a critical flaw has been sitting in the Linux kernel's KVM hypervisor, the software that lets virtual machines run on physical hardware. It's called GenEscape, tracked as CVE 2025 something, and it's a use after free bug, which means an attacker in a guest virtual machine can corrupt the memory of the host system running it. Both Intel and AMD x86 systems are vulnerable. Think cloud providers, data centers, anyone running virtualized workloads at scale. The scary part? A malicious VM guest could escape its sandbox and touch the host kernel. Patches are rolling out now. But 16 years is a long time for something this foundational to go unnoticed. It makes you wonder what else is hiding in plain sight. Accenture, one of the biggest IT consulting firms on the planet, confirmed this week it suffered a data breach. A threat actor is offering 35 gigabytes of stolen source code and internal data for sale on underground forums. Accenture hasn't disclosed how the attacker got in, but the data's out there now. And that's the part that doesn't unhappen. Source code leaks are particularly messy because they can expose proprietary logic, client integrations, maybe even hard-coded credentials. For a company that advises others on cybersecurity strategy, this one stings. And it's a reminder, scale doesn't equal immunity. The bigger the target, the more persistent the attention. Meanwhile, researchers found a hidden authentication backdoor in firmware for multiple Tenda routers. Not a bug, a backdoor, intentionally placed. It grants administrative access to the device's web management panel. No password required if you know the trick. Tenda's a popular brand in budget home and small office networking gear, which means this affects a lot of devices that aren't getting regular firmware updates. Here's the thing. When a backdoor is baked in the firmware, it's not always clear who put it there or why. Was it a developer shortcut? A supply chain compromise? We don't know yet. But if you're running Tenda hardware, this is your signal to check for updates, or better yet, replace it. GitHub's got a problem with something researchers are calling GitLost. It's a flaw in the way GitHub's agentic workflows handle data across repositories. An unauthenticated attacker can craft a malicious GitHub issue in a public repo, and then silently pull sensitive data from private repos in the same organization. No credentials needed, just clever manipulation of how GitHub's automation moves information around. The risk here is subtle but serious, especially for orgs that assume public and private repos are isolated. They're not, at least not the way this workflow was designed. GitHub's aware and working on a fix. In the meantime, audit your public-facing integrations. Assume anything connected can be a vector. Now for something completely different. In 4 days, 147 runners will line up in the dark in Silverton, Colorado for the Hard Rock 100. It's one of the most brutal ultra-endurance races on Earth. 100 miles through the San Juan Mountains with 66,000 feet of elevation change. Most finishers take between 30 and 48 hours. Why does this matter on a tech and security podcast? Because endurance at that level, physical, mental, logistical, it's a systems problem. Nutrition timing, gear failure modes, decision-making under hypoxic stress. The same disciplines that build resilient infrastructure apply to keeping a human being moving for 2 days straight in thin air. And honestly, it's just awe-inspiring, a reminder that some challenges are still solved one step at a time. And speaking of endurance as art, let me tell you about Lloyd Scott. He once ran the London Marathon in 26 days, not because he was slow, but because he did it in a 130-pound deep-sea diving suit. He's also run marathons in a full suit of armor, an antique diving bell, and as a human-sized snail. Why? Charity, spectacle, the sheer absurdity of making something hard, harder on purpose. There's something deeply human about that, taking a challenge everyone agrees is difficult and saying, yeah, but what if I added a century of extra weight? Is the opposite of optimization, and somehow it's exactly what we need to see sometimes. That's Signal Check for today. Close the tabs, step outside, the day's waiting. We'll talk again next time.